Okay, before you watch this video, you should go and watch one called DAVES Injectors Have Never Been Changed, 12-year-old injector diagnostics. That's this vehicle, okay? Just quickly go over it and just so you can see. Shortly afterwards, after that, sorry, the light's shining the wrong way. I just want to show struggling here. But anyway, you get it, 149,749, right? Let's have a look at the diagnostics. Now, this has got new injectors in it, right? So 2009 120 Prado. Confirmed. There's a few other videos on this one, so if you stay tuned, hopefully they'll get released in the correct order so it all makes sense. If I've made a mistake and let this one out first, sorry, there'll be another one coming that shows you what these were like before they were changed. And 149,000 Ks, I can give you some more information now. That is, it had blow by. The seats had already started leaking. They'd never been removed. Factory, original injectors, pipes, everything never been removed. 2009 in 2021. So about 11, 12 years. Not a lot of Ks, and two of them were stuck. I think it was number 1 and 2 were a bit stuck in there. Anyway, let's run through the diagnostics so you get an idea of what is normal with new injectors. Once again, and this is why it keeps happening, because it's the most common combination. It's a 120 Prado with a 1KD FTV 3-litre diesel and the 5-speed auto. Very reliable and regular, common, popular combination. The most reliable combination, really. Anyway, as I'm talking, you can already see all we've done with this one. We finished the job, cranked it over, took about 10 seconds to start, fairly standard. We've put the compensation codes in. I've given it about a 2 or 3K road test just to warm it up so that I can do this for you. Then we're going to give it a longer road test, of course. But you can see the coolant temp, middle of the picture, 83 degrees. That's fully normal at operating temp. You'll see they're all idling at 83 in just about any conditions. If they're not, that's when your thermostat's a little bit out. We've talked about that more in detail in other videos, but general answer, it doesn't matter too much as long as it's working. Once you get up at driving speeds, that it's still opening up and that sort of thing. But anyway, this is about diagnostic. Notice, I don't have to say too much. The people that are watching, they're looking at the calculate load, the third one down, and they can see, yep, in the 11 range, that's around about pretty well standard. It might move a little bit, 10s, 12s. We're going to show you again, turn the aircon on and show you what happens, right? Increases the load. Everything's got to be off, okay? It's back off again. All loads off, especially the aircon compressor, is going to create the biggest load. You can see the MAF reading, all right? So you can see how long the engine's been running, right? How many seconds? Let's just go down and have a look at all the other important readings. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. On these vehicles, you can rely on a lot of this diagnostic information, but on the 150s, the Hilux September 09 onwards, or the 150 Prados, that vintage system, you can't really rely on it. Now, I can't remember what the readings were on the old flogged injectors, but you can. That's why, hopefully you've watched that video first. I think it's called DAVES Injectors Have Never Been Changed, 12-year-old injector diagnostic. Going from memory, I could be wrong. If you just subscribe, turn the bell on and watch all the videos, you'll just set 10 minutes a day, guys, 10 minutes a day. One piece of the million-piece jigsaw puzzle. If you want to get, all the people that want to get themselves educated are watching, okay? Injection volume about the 6 mark, because it's the auto. Manual's going to be maybe about 5, a little bit less fuel. I'll tell you a little secret, you're not spinning the weight of the torque converter, okay? So, it's just a flywheel. That's generally the only reason that I can think of that would be, the reason why. Don't worry about too much about feedback for idle. Anything up to about 4 is okay, but whatever. Now, the individual feedbacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, as I said, very small, less important part of the picture. It's probably less than 10% importance. The 3 main readings that are 90% importance: the load, the injection volume at the top, or total volume, depending what scan tool you're using, the main injection total volume, and at the bottom there, the main injection period, okay? But just looking at those feedback values, you can see they're pretty good, and I've said it before, 0 point something's awesome, all zeros are great. Yeah, sometimes you get a 1, 1.2, 1.7, doesn't matter. 1 point something, I'm not too fussed, you get it. Probably 1 in 10 you get that. Same as at least 1 in 10 or probably 3 in 10, especially on the 120s with this software package. You know, you do the injectors and everything, Mickey Mouse, and you can still get some rattles and knocks out of them. And I got to tell you, it's just how it is. Some are quiet, some aren't. It's nothing to do with the injectors anymore. It's all brand new, happy days. It's just how it is. A variance in compression in the engine from one cylinder to the other, it doesn't take much. Things like that. We're not going to waste too much time on that though. The feedback 1, 2, 3, 4, all very good in this case. As I've pointed out before, pilot 1 and 2, usually always about the 430 mark, and you can see how steady this is. This is readings that I consider to be normal. And if they're slightly higher, slightly elevated, it's normal. It's a bit like blood pressure. Here you go. What's normal blood pressure, guys? What, 110, 120? I'm not going to do the over whatever, but you know, the big number, the high number, I think they like 110, 120. You get lower, you kind of got low blood pressure, you could have problems. You got higher, you know, I tell you what, here we go. This is awesome, actually. Let's just go back to the load for a minute. I just got a bit excited, okay? Here we go. Look at this. That calculate load reading, that represents blood pressure. Now, I want to see in the comments, everybody saying, yeah, blood pressure, good one, you know, having a laugh for the people who are watching still. So 11 is like 110. That's perfect, right? Perfect blood pressure. 12 is still also perfect, nothing wrong with that. 13, that's like 130 over what, you know, 130. 130 is still pretty good. It's up a little bit, but it's still pretty good. So, you know, start thinking about cutting down the cholesterol foods, right? 14, that's 140. Mate, you know, it's not going to die, but, you know, it's you got to start thinking about making some more changes. This is just dead set lines up. 150, whoa, 150 is getting a bit high in the blood pressure, and 15 on the load, right? On the 120s, guys. On the 120 auto, not the 150, different. Watch the other diagnostic videos, right? Okay, we've got a playlist there called Diagnostic Information in our YouTube channel. There's videos there like this one. If you watch that playlist, you'll see videos like this that aren't released yet, okay? So if you want to see videos that aren't released yet, check our playlists, okay? And there's playlists that are private also. To see those, you need to be in the VIP group. Again, that injector kit purchase, the BFE kit. If you purchase any of those parts from us, remember to join the VIP group. It is on Facebook. You don't have to be like everyone else. You just have your, you know, Dave Prado or Dave Hilux or whatever your name is, and you just join our groups. You don't have to let anyone else, your real family or real friends, know you're on Facebook. It's kind of like Facebook, if you like. Do you know what I mean? Put a picture of the side of your Prado so we know what you're about. When you join the group, say, I've just put a new profile to join because Anthony said so. That way we know it's not a dodgy profile. We don't know, we'll still check it out, and if you play up, you'll be ejected. But anyway, no swearing, no personal attacks. Everyone's just there to share the love and learn and get the information. Okay, how good's this, right? On the 120 Prado Auto, when the load gets up to 160, it's time to change your injectors. I'd suggest if your blood pressure's 160, I'm sure it can go higher, 171. Mate, it's just, if anybody, any doctors out there, doctors, nurses, health physicians, people like that know about blood pressure, I've just worked out in this video by accident that load there is a direct relationship with your blood pressure, right? And it'll probably make your blood pressure go up too, because when it goes to 150, when it goes up to 15, 16, your blood pressure will probably go up to 150, 160, because you've got to come up with 3 or 4 grand, or what, if you're doing it yourself, you know, 2.5, 3 grand, whatever, all the parts and related stuff. So yeah, your blood pressure might go up a little bit, but just remember, small money when you spread it over 10 years, mate. What are we talking about? A couple $100 a year, whatever. Anyway, right, amazing. Anyway, let's go back to those other readings, because I'm not finished with them, but I'm nearly finished the video, because my target is 10 minutes. People trying to balance it out for everyone. Some people don't want longer, some people do, so we're trying to keep it to 10 minutes, right? So pilot 1, pilot 2, nice and steady at 430 as always. Very happy with that. And look at that main injection period compared to before. As I said, normally 550 to 600. You can see that is the one that jumps around a bit. Always does, guys. Don't worry about that, okay? Again, different on Hiluxes with different it'll be virtually the same with a Hilux with a 5-speed auto. No, it won't actually be different. So this is what I mean. So many combinations of different transmissions, auto, manual, 4-speed, 5-speed. the different injectors, it does vary. So you've got to watch all the diagnostics and find the one that's specific to your vehicle. We'll do more of them, so keep watching, keep checking. Again, there'll be more there to help you understand what your readings should be and when it's, as I said, you can't, with the later ones, you can't rely on this anyway. All you're going to do is start it up cold and look at 1, 2, 3, 4. If you see something bizarre, sometimes it's going to make you change injectors when you don't need to prematurely, so be careful of that. Anyway, you can see the main injection there, all the main readings covered. We had a bit of a laugh as well. You can see what the timing should be on this vehicle, and you can also see the fuel pressure, and I'll have you know this has still got the old short suction control valve. We've already seen it go down to 29 just then. It will run a little bit better with the new SCV, but that will be another time separate to the injector job. I would like the client to experience the vehicle with new injectors and all those related works separately. So then when we do the SCV, he goes, oh wow, that made a bit of a difference too. Anyway guys, that's a video. Thanks for watching. This is Dave's vehicle. He should be very happy with these results, and if you just drove the first lot of injectors for 11, 12 years, he might do that again. But I'd suggest about the 7 or 8 year mark, depending how many Ks you do. As demonstrated, it doesn't just matter about the Ks, it's time and kilometers, and these were overdue. So happy days, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Please give us the thumbs up if you learnt something out of that and had a laugh. Remember, in the comment, let us know. You know, blood pressure, yeah. Very related. All right guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, turn the bell, and see you. Gotta go.